Hello, my name's Chris Moorecroft. I've been asked to do a short interview by Lindsay as part of your series of finding out about people connected to St Anne's. So, as I said, my name's Chris Moorecroft. I'm married to David. I have 3 lovely sons who are all bigger than me. I live in Bury. I love to sing. I love all things music. I love to read. And I like to make cards. I'm into craft. So that's a little bit about me. Thank you. Where did I grow up? I grew up in Bury. I've lived in Bury all my life. When I was a little girl, we lived in a house on Tin Line Street, down near Rochdale Road Park. And I went to St Thomas's Church there, and then I went to the Derby School. And then I left Bury for a little while to go to Bedford College of Education to train to be a teacher. And then I came back to Bury, and then I got married and moved to Chesham in Bury. And that's where I've lived for the past 44 years in this house. We've just had a drive made at the front, and it's very nice. Yeah, you didn't really need to know that, but I'll just put that out there. So that's where I grew up. I'm a Bury lass, born and bred, and I can't see that I will ever leave Bury. So there we go. What's my favourite food? Well, can I have 2? Alright, I really, really love chocolate. I think that is my favourite food. It's not really food, is it? It's a confectionery. But I really, really do love chocolate. But if anybody asks me what I would want to eat, it would have to be a fondue, a cheese fondue, with all sorts of things to dip in it. That's what I really, really like, to get all the family around the table, and we have these little forks and a big pan with lots of cheesy, gooey cheese in, and we just eat. And then we fight over bits of bread, and people knock each other's bread into the cheese, and we have to chase it. So that's what I like to eat. I do like lots of other things as well, but I must say that is probably one of my all-time favourites. What's my favourite book or film? That's really hard because I read a lot and I like a lot of books. I do like to go back and read books again. But I've watched many films over the years. I think I would have to say my favourite one is called Tombstone. You've probably never heard of it, but I like it. It's got Doc Holliday. It's the Wild West thing. It's got Doc Holliday, and it's got all the Earp brothers in it. And it's not a great storyline, really, to be honest, but it is full of one-liners, which I think are really, really funny. And I love to watch it with my boys, the 3 lads, because we can always say the lines before they're coming up, and we make each other laugh so much. It's just it's a good memory of watching things together, and it's always one that I know. One of my boys will send me a text, and it will have he'll say, "What's this film?" And it's more often than not, it will be Tombstone. It might be a very obscure comment, but we get there in the end. So that's my favourite film, an odd choice. But it's more for the memories, I think, than anything else. What's my favourite place to visit? Well, if you know me well, you'll know that every year I do like to go to Tenerife with my husband. And in Tenerife, we have a place where we stay every time. It's the same place. We go to Puerto de la Cruz. It's very Spanish. It's not too hot. It can be very hot, but because of the volcano, Mount Teide, it can be very cloudy but still hot. So it's perfect, really. We love the people, we love the culture, we love the countryside. In the north, not so much in the south, but in the north, we love everything about it. Travelling round, we hire a car, we travel round, and it's just so nice to go somewhere where you know really well and just relax as soon as you get there and just get stuck into your holiday. Lovely place. I recommend it thoroughly if you've never been. Once we can fly again, of course, to Tenerife. I don't think my holiday in December, we're not sure we'll go ahead because the Jet2 aren't flying there at the moment. So we'll wait and see. Okay. How am I connected to St Anne's? Well, when I first set up KidsRock, I got a list of all the toddler groups around Bury area, about 20 miles away, 30 miles away. And I contacted each of those groups and asked could I go and do a taster session for them. And I went, St Anne's was one of the first ones to get in touch with me, which was really good. So I went and did a taster session, had a lovely time. And then a little bit later after that, Rod got in touch with me and said, we'd like you to come. Would you come to our toddler group and do some sessions? So I came. I started coming once a month. And I did up in the nave before the church was converted to the lovely building it is now. We used to go up where the choir pews are, and we used to sit in that little space between the choir pews, and we used to have our KidsRock class there. And it was lovely. It was really lovely. I love the atmosphere, I love the people, I love the ethos, everything about what happens at St Anne's I love. So a little while after that, we were talking, and it was decided that I could start a class on a Thursday afternoon. And for the last, must be 12 years, every Thursday afternoon I've been up at St Anne's running a KidsRock class. We started off with very few people. Sometimes it got huge, sometimes it went down again. Just before lockdown, before COVID-19, we were getting lots and lots and lots of people in. It was great. Now we're having to do it in a different way, obviously socially distancing and COVID safe. But that is how I got to know St Anne's Church, how some people there got to know me. And what else has been nice is we've been asked to take part in the crib service and take part in other things that are going on at St Anne's, which has been, it's made us feel part. So although we're not, I go to church in Bury, I go to Seafield Methodist Church, so although we're not attending St Anne's Church, feel a very, very big part of St Anne's Church and always feel very, very welcomed there. Oh, the other thing, we've taken part in the carol service as well, which has been really, really nice. I know my family have enjoyed that, and extended family, and people have just been very welcoming to us all. So I'm very, very thankful to God and to Rod and Jill for the opportunity to work at St Anne's over all these years. I'm still doing toddler group once a month, and I hope that may continue for a while till I fall off my perch maybe. Okay, I think that's all my questions. I hope that's been vaguely interesting for you, and I hope to see some of you soon. Bye bye, God bless.